Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, we got some news out of Memphis, Tennessee, one of my favorite places. Shout out Memphis. And it's involving a story I seen a while ago. This is before I was on YouTube, and I couldn't believe it when I seen it then. And after going back and looking at it, you know, I still can't believe it. It's about this guy right here. This guy right here is Ezekiel Kelly. He was 19 years old when he did what he did. He's now 22 or 23 years old, depending on when his birthday is. This guy right here, AKA the Memphis Maniac. This guy, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, because stories like this a lot of times don't make national news. This guy right here, on September 7th, 2022, went on a shooting spree. Anybody he could find in different scenarios walked up on him, asked him questions, and then Johnny blazed them, taking the life of, I think they said 3 people. If I might stand corrected. He killed 3 people, but he shot a whole bunch of people. What's crazy about it, he live streamed it while he was in the auto zone at one particular shooting on his live stream. I'm not religious, but some people are. More power to you. I'm not saying I'm a bad person. I just believe in universal law. You understand what I'm saying? I do believe in dark energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can have darkness in them, so to speak. And this guy right here is one of them. Let's go back to the beginning and look at the timeline of terror, and then we'll come up to now, because this guy made news today because he's trying to represent himself in court, being his own legal counsel in his upcoming trial in July of this year, which hopefully I can attend and report from. Take a look at this. This is absolutely wild.
Reign of terror started at 12:33 a.m. on September 7th, 2022. That's when police say 24-year-old Dwayne Tunstall was shot and killed. Tunstall was visiting a friend's house to discuss opening a barbecue food truck. Ezekiel Kelly was also there.
What was going through his head? What was wrong with him? And how he let the devil have a hold on him like that?
16 hours later, at 4:35 p.m., police say Kelly shot and killed 62-year-old Richard Clark in his car at a gas station on South Parkway in South Memphis. 1 minute later, Kelly is accused of shooting 44-year-old Lakeisha McGlathan while her father changed a flat tire on the Norris Road exit ramp on I-240.
He was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you tell me how to get to Whitehaven?"
When you see your daughter laying on the ground screaming for her life, that does something for a parent. He was demon possessed. I saw it on his face.
It didn't take long for that Facebook Live to start spreading fear across the city. The district attorney's office has Kelly's own mother call police to alert them of the alarming live stream. About an hour later, the city is placed on lockdown. Businesses close and public transportation comes to a halt. This while fear keeps spreading.
I saw it on Facebook, you know, somebody was showing it to me, and I didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it, and it hurt me. And I ran to one of the stores close to me where all my friends and stuff, and eventually the corporate called and told them to close the stores down.
About 20 minutes after the lockdown was issued, at 7:21 p.m., police say Kelly fired shots at several vehicles at Poplar and North McLean in Midtown. Randall Graham was shot in the arm as he was driving. He survived.
I thought, I can't believe I'm getting carjacked on my way to get a COVID shot. My thought was, if I get out of my car, I'm a dead man.
At 7:25 p.m., Kelly is accused of carjacking and killing Allison Parker in front of her daughter at Poplar and Evergreen and driving off in her car. Parker was a nurse from West Memphis. An hour and a half later, Ezekiel Kelly was now heading south towards South Haven. Police say he pulled into the Raceway gas station on State Line Road and pulled up next to 21-year-old Demetric Porter.
He cracked the window. He approached me by saying, like, "Hey, do you have a purse?"
Porter says he immediately recognized Kelly from his Facebook Live. Porter took off running and then called police.
I'm still kind of shaken up and shocked. I was just like glad that he didn't shoot.
Kelly was arrested less than 20 minutes later in Whitehaven.
Today marks the one-year anniversary of the deadly shooting spree across Memphis, gripping the city in fear and forcing an hours-long lockdown. Police say the accused shooter killed 3 people. That's Dwayne Tunstall, Richard Clark, and Allison Parker. Friends described Parker, who lived in Crittenden County, Arkansas, as a dedicated nurse and mother. RJ Shakur is live in downtown Memphis, where Parker was carjacked and killed. He caught up with the Good Samaritan who tried to save Parker's life until paramedics arrived. Jay.
Yes, right here on Poplar and Evergreen is where Memphis police say Allison died after being carjacked. She was laying face down on her side, by Ezekiel Kelly. She was carjacked by Ezekiel Kelly. And I spoke to one man who remembers being with her as she took her last breath. Exactly 1 year later.
Hindsight is 20/20.
And Quentin Williams still clearly remembers the night he tried to save Allison Parker's life, taking towels from his car to stop her bleeding.
I was coming to go somewhere to hang out, and I made a detour and came down Poplar, and I happened upon what I thought was a car accident. I thought it was like a hit and run, so I saw Allison laying out on, on the pavement.
Parker was a 38-year-old mother and nurse who worked in Crittenden County, Arkansas.
At 7:23 p.m., officers responded to a shooting at Poplar Avenue in North Evergreen. The suspect took the victim's vehicle, a gray SUV, and fled the scene.
Police say that suspect, then 19-year-old gunman Ezekiel Kelly, engaged in a shooting spree throughout Memphis. Authorities say the violence claimed Parker's life and 2 others, along with injuring 3 more people. City leaders speaking at midnight that night after police took Kelly into custody.
Got him. We should not be terrorized by anyone.
365 days later, Williams, a complete stranger to Parker, still can't shake the memory of seeing her take her final breath.
And that was the first time that I ever seen death like that up close and personal.
Williams says the shooting spree also serves as a chilling reminder of accused killers and their criminal history before. Records show Kelly was out of prison earlier than originally sentenced for previous crimes.
A lot of times, it's, especially when it comes to violent crimes or violent priors, a lot of criminals, the justice system is giving them, a slap on the wrist.
The Good Samaritan tells me a year later, he's still very much so aware of his surroundings after that tragic night, and given the ongoing crime in Memphis, a bit uneasy when he goes out. In Midtown, I'm Jay Shakur.
Certainly a day Memphians can't forget, Jay. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for WREG News Channel 3 at 3 p.m. I'm Alex Coleman. We do appreciate you being here with us today. Topping headlines today, the Memphis man accused of going on a shooting spree back in 2022 was back in court this morning. Ezekiel Kelly told the judge again about his plans to serve as his own lawyer. Now, this is the case prosecutors have said they plan to seek the death penalty if convicted. WREG's Jarita Patterson with more on what happened in court and what's next.
Ezekiel Kelly was escorted into court Tuesday by those with the detention response team. One member of the specially trained jail officers was in front, the other coming in behind the man who's facing more than 24 felonies, 3 of the charges, first-degree murder.
You are invoking your right to represent yourself in this matter.
Judge James Jones Jr. not wasting a moment as he addressed where things stand leading up to the moment Kelly is set for trial. It was last month when Kelly informed the court he would represent himself in this capital murder case. It was just last week when Kelly then told the court more time was needed to go over discovery, which is essentially evidence.
Sir, I need to make sure that you are reviewing the discovery.
Kelly's now former defense attorney reported there were thousands of pages of evidence and more than 350 videos Kelly would need to review on a computer, which turns out to be yet another roadblock.
They are creating a plan for you as far as having access to computers for review of your discovery.
This is a case dating back to 2022 when Ezekiel Kelly is accused of going on a shooting spree while live streaming part of it. 3 people were killed, others were injured as the entire city was on lockdown. As for Kelly, back to lockup is where he is now headed. Judge Jones reiterating the court wants to continue making headway despite the decision made by Kelly to represent himself. The next time the 22-year-old is set to appear back in court is next week, February 21st to be exact. We'll be there as well, keeping you updated. Reporting for your news leader inside the CJC, Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
Guys, that's the story of this guy, Ezekiel Kelly, an oxygen thief at 19 years old. Just as batshit crazy as they come. And I don't know why he did this. And frankly, I don't care. But this right here is what happens when somebody makes the world their personal playground for Grand Theft Auto GTA. And you've seen it firsthand. What's crazy about that is anybody could have got it. And some people did. This is a picture of him right here. When he was caught in the police car, smiling. Look at his face. He acting like he just achieved a major achievement in life to where it'd take care of him for years to come. That's sickening to me. It is. People are dead. They're not coming back like extra lives on a video game. They're gone. And people that they mattered to, part of them died too. I said it before and I'll say it again. They need to make all murder crimes, intentional murder crimes, capital punishments. They should. And it should result in death. Because these people don't understand anything but violence. And violence need to be handed down to them. You want to run out here and shed blood? We give you more blood than you can drink. And the thing that's crazy about it is, man, normal punishments ain't working. You know, people aren't scared of jail. This guy's in court right now wanting to represent himself. The lawyer, I'll be the lawyer. That right there show you he crazy as hell. This is wild. Why do we even waste our time with this type of stuff? Hey, know it's him. Take him out of here. Move on. Because people are not going to stop this. We got a new type of criminal, new type of mindset, and a new type of evil. And the old system ain't working. It's not. If you took a poll right now in America and you would ask 3 questions. Do Americans feel safe? Do you feel the justice system is working fine the way it is? And do you think that prison is a jail, is a deterrent for crime? You'll get a resounding no for all 3 of them. So why the fuck are we still doing it? We got to change the times. We do. These people right now are just taking pot shots. I said it before. The barbarians been at the gate. And they're banging. And people act like they don't know. They don't even hear the knock. This is crazy stuff. This guy, out of the blue, just went off. I don't know if it's stuff he's smoking or whatever. He was on some type of high or whatever. But this is wild. They had to shut the city down in fear. He running up on people, asking them stupid questions to get them to stop so he can shoot them. He carjacked a woman, killed her, left her for dead in the street to run around and go kill somebody else because he needed a car to continue the demonic behavior he was doing. You can look at a lot of people and tell there's nothing behind those eyes. We got a lot of soulless individuals walking around and they're multiplying like viruses in this country daily. With what I do on this channel, I'll never run out of news stories because the system has it to where these motherfuckers spring up like weeds and we don't do nothing to control them. It's unfortunate these people lost their lives. Now, his trial is in July. Hopefully, I can go down there and cover it as media like I did with the Tyree Nichols case. God, permits it. And my schedule's free because I got a lot of court cases I got to go across the country this year. But I mean, come on, man. Come on. He killed not just people that look like him, but people that didn't look like him. Anybody he could find that he could shoot at, he would squeeze that trigger until it broke or he ran out of bullets. And thank God he was stopped. But it don't end here. This guy go in there and represent himself. I doubt if that trial will last 3 days. But no matter what, he'll still be alive while the rest of these people weren't. These people had children, had mothers, had fathers. These people mattered. But to him, they didn't. It was just part of the twisted game he was playing. And for that, you got to go. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Prayers and condolences. May these victims rest in peace. I'm Ethos.